So when Joe Exotic is then convicted of, an attempted murder plot on your life, like hiring someone to, and is convicted and goes to jail for 22 years, like what are the range of emotions there, or there aren't any? Like, are you somewhat relieved, happy? I mean, I would be personally, I'll be honest, but where do you go there?
I actually was relieved because Joe Exotic is a very charismatic con man, in my opinion. And I think that's how he conned the producers of Tiger King. They felt sorry for him. They felt like, he was this underdog, which is just bizarre to me. But I've talked to so many people who were so taken by him. And so my concern was when this was going through the trial phase, there's 12 jurors. He's only got to fool one of them. If he fools one of them, and how hard could that be? Because he's so good at fooling so many people, then this whole thing's a mistrial. And I was very thankful that it only took them less than 4 hours to figure out this guy belongs in jail. But as far as feeling relieved after he was sentenced, I feel like they only caught the dumbest one in the entire network because he was so easy to catch. These other people like Mario Tabro and Doc Antle, Tim Stark, I think they are hundreds of times smarter than Joe Schreivogel ever was, and they are going to be a lot harder to catch.
Do you live in fear?
I do. I do. People fly drones over our facility all the time. Joe was talking about in one of, I don't know if it was in Tiger King, but in one of his videos, he was talking with one of his husbands about how you could put a grenade in a glass jar, fly it out over the sanctuary and drop it on somebody so that when the glass broke, the grenade would go off. And that worries me that people could do that. They could set fire to the place. I just had, for the first time, one of my houses burned down gosh, I've been doing this since 1984. I've never had a house burned down. And yet while I was flying a drone over Jeff Lowe's place in Oklahoma, one of my places burned down. And it really made me wonder, is there a connection there or is it just coincidence? And these people, if you remember from Tiger King, they seem to be kind of famous for burning places down. So it is a real fear.
Wow. And that doesn't go away.
No.
So let's talk about, yeah, I mean, well, especially if there's a drone and then your house burns down right away, I would see why you would think maybe they're connected.
Yeah.
So then everyone does know your name on a large scale. And last year, Dancing with the Stars comes knocking. I mean, you're in the public eye. You're famous, Carole. Like, do you like that? I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking that. I mean, how is that?
I'm really shy by nature. If in fact, COVID was like, this is like the best plague ever because everybody goes and they stay in their house. I like that.
I get it.
I don't like going out in public. I'm kind of agoraphobic to begin with. If you get me in a really crowded area, I'm going to start hyperventilating and screaming. And so it's been very uncomfortable to me that people have always, because locally we've been in the news so much, people come up to me all the time in parking lots and grocery stores and they're like, oh my God, they want to talk about tigers or bobcats or whatever kind of cats. So I'm accustomed to that, but it's like so many more people. I just came back from the airport and I got like 15 to 20 people mobbed me at different times to, like with groups to have a selfie. And you can't, I was trying to go to the bathroom. I can't even go into the bathroom without people following me into the bathroom. So I really don't like that kind of attention. And I think it's worrisome because if you were going to try and kill me, what better way than to get close enough to say you wanted a selfie? And these people that are still out there abusing cats still want me dead. And there have been way more than Joe that have threatened to kill me over the years that are much more capable of it than he was. So I live in that kind of fear all the time.